is and listen to Moxley. Okay, now you're paying.
I mean, Taz counterpoint. Ospreay, perhaps he felt like the Death Riders were able to prepare him better for what's next, better than the Ops would be.
I guess that's what Ospreay's thinking. It's his career, it's his choice. But like I said, now he's paying for it.
You have a broken nose as well. Ospreay just holding on to that nose. Everything now Joe's doing with such force.
Even the snapmare, he just wrenched the neck because of the injury to that neck and that spinal cord. And when you have issues like Ospreay has, and I'm telling you from experience, man, it's no joke, and it's a massive target.
Neck fusion surgery, the screws planted in the spine of Will Ospreay. Joe knows very well about it. The world knows very, very well about it. And you saw Joe clutching on with that nerve hold, and now just absorbing those elbow strikes from Ospreay. Rolls through, rolling elbow, drops Ospreay.
As great as Ospreay is, he cannot outpunch Joe.
No, and Joe's doing the right thing. You got to keep a guy like an athlete, special athlete like Ospreay on the ground, on the mat as much as possible. Avoid him flying around.
Wrenching the neck of Ospreay, now stepping on the back of the knee.
Well, Joe will just dissect your body. I mean, all the decades of success and experience that Joe has. I mean, he's having fun right now with Ospreay's neck.
Tony, you mentioned Wembley Stadium All in London coming up later this summer. Sunday, August 30th in London. Ospreay, of course, would like to challenge for the AEW World Championship, as would Samoa Joe. But to do so, not only will these men have to go through one another, they'll have to go through either Mark Davis and Jack Perry in the semifinals. And Joe, quick series and the chop takes Ospreay off his feet. And then on the opposite side of the bracket, you've got Swerve Strickland and Bandito, Claudio Castagnoli and Brody King. There are no easy matches in this tournament.
Yeah, everybody is tough. Everybody could easily be the next AEW World Champion. Easily.
Oh, nice counter there by Ospreay, though. I believe he got his knees up.
Yeah, Joe went for the senton.
Yeah, Joe was being just a little bit too methodical that time. A little bit of confidence that he had after beating Ospreay down.
I think you're right about that. Ospreay has a lot of fortitude. He's tough, man. He's got a lot of toughness in him. He's being tested, though, Excalibur, big time.
He certainly is. It was John Moxley that made the offer to Will Ospreay. He said, we, the Death Riders, can turn you into a weapon like pro wrestling has never seen.
I think Ospreay knew that the Muscle Buster was coming right there.
That left arm, Joe, Taz, throughout his career, has dealt with issues in that left arm. That's why it's almost consistently taped up in his matches.
Well, you're right. It's a bad secret that's kept. And I think Ospreay did his homework.
Leaping comment here. He took Joe off his feet.
Well, I got to give Ospreay credit. He fought back here to get both of them to a position where neither man can get to their feet at the moment. So you can kind of call it even at this moment.
Ospreay springs up to his feet. As Joe on one knee, Ospreay for an arm breaker. Samoa Joe receiving those chops. Now the hammer throw reversed by Joe. But Ospreay comes back. Corkscrew kick. Down goes Joe. Ospreay, the cover. 2. Joe able to kick out.
Yeah, veteran kick out right there, popping the left shoulder up after eating a nasty kick to the face, as you'll see it right here.
Shows the quickness of Ospreay right here. Look at this, how quick he gets up and over.
Yeah, that heel caught Joe flush in the face, and now Ospreay had the double underhook. Maybe you think it's Stormbreaker, but it's a tough task with an athlete the size of Samoa Joe. So Ospreay instead changes to the kicks. Could be thinking for another Oscutter.
Nobody home.
Oh boy, Joe covers, near leg is hooked, and Ospreay able to kick out.
Classic Joe.
Joe right there. Look at the sense of urgency by Joe. Bomb. 2.
Pick him back up.
Ospreay kicks out, and Joe immediately.
Great transition.
To a version of the Boston Crab. Now step over, toe hold, face lock, cinched in. Samoa Joe wrenching back on the neck. the face of Ospreay.
Trapping the arm too, so you want to trap as many limbs as possible on the upper body to maybe get a tap out, but Will knows he's trying to get to that rope. Good overhook here.
Each and everything Joe does is just wrenching on the neck of Ospreay. Many different angles.
Ospreay extends the leg, gets the toe on the bottom rope to force the break from Samoa Joe. Tony, Samoa Joe is one of only 2 men to have held the TNT Championship and the AEW World Championship in his career. The other man is in our main event tonight against MJF, and that's Darby Allin.
Wow. Yeah, top to bottom, we have such great athletes that just push their body to the limit here. Good God. How about that kick?
Yeah, that was a hell of a round kick by Joe.
It was.
And look at the disdain that Joe is looking at.
Oh, but Ospreay waved him off.
Yeah, it looks like he's teaching a life lesson here to Will Ospreay.
Ospreay, defiant, back up. And Ospreay, through gritted teeth now.
Look at the combination.
Wow, what a little comeback here.
Damn.
Oh, with Joe open hand shots momentarily. And a rolling elbow strike.
Oh my God.
Joe is lowering the boom on Will Ospreay here, gentlemen.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Shibata, you do not want to try to outstrike Joe.
Joe winds up. Ospreay floats over.
Oh my God.
Styles Clash?
Styles Clash from Ospreay. 1, 2, no.
Hey, come on.
I can't believe he got Joe up like that.
They going crazy. Come on.
Samoa Joe must be having PTSD from a couple decades ago. As
Mm.
Blade 1, 2.
No, Joe! Oh my God!
Just pure toughness by Joe, but
I don't think he got all of it on that hidden blade.
You see Will's eyes, he's locked in.
Do it again.
Do it again, but with no elbow pad this time. It'll be bone on bone.
Oh.
As Ospreay, no, Joe, the power slam.
Known for that snap power slam. The hip rotation is the key on that. No one does that better than Joe, I promise.
Second time that Ospreay has taken a little bit too much time executing against Joe, and he paid for it.
I know I'm over
First
here
one
editing.
showing the Oz cutter that
I
Joe
know I'm
walked
my
away
head
from
down
it,
because
and
I'm
there
editing,
was the
trying to get
power
these
slam.
videos out.
Twice.
They're sold out here at the Louis Armstrong Stadium. 15,015 joining us. As Ospreay, La Mística. Oh, very nearly. Instead,
Yeah, right back to that arm. He's going to get the flying armbar here into the juji.
for death ground, as he calls it. But Joe, great submission defense. He has the S-grip in tight as Ospreay trying to wrench those arms apart.
Oh, great. Joe just turned over.
Well, the key is you turn in and then stack them into the rear choke, but can Joe get enough pressure with that offense that's been put on that left arm, Excalibur?
The Kikina clutch, but Ospreay gets his hips to the outside of Samoa Joe's, and now Ospreay vaults backwards, pinning predicament. 2. Joe forced to relinquish the hold. Charges in, swinging a miss. Ospreay connects, though. Ospreay charges.
Joe still got it, man. Joe still got it, dog. He close to the rope.
Within sight of the ropes, but
But
not within
still,
reach.
how Joe got it still like he ain't even close.
Joe's got the
He
legs
close,
in
but
the
he
two.
ain't.
Will's attacking the grip, trying to get separation from Joe's arm to his throat.
Hold on.
The body lock
The
is in
wingspan
tight.
ain't that, baby.
Ospreay, he's fading. You can see the hands dropping.
Choking him out. Match is over, I'm telling you.
That's it. Oh.
The ref helped him.
And that was impressive that Ospreay was able to do that, but, and there's a big but here, That hold
It is
was
what it
on a
is. Hey, the
long
ref
time.
helped him right there.
Chokes on a long time. That
He ain't
takes
been able to
major
reach it
effect.
his whole
It takes major
time.
effect on Ospreay, Taz, but it's not without a cost to Samoa Joe either. With that injury to that left arm or the damage done to the left arm, Joe still, I mean, he had to have those muscles tensed and tight that entire time.
Yeah, fair point.
Muscle buster on the way.
But Joe, he's got more weapons than the Kakina clutch.
Yeah, like a muscle buster, which he's got Ospreay set up for here. Oh, boy.
Oh,
Ospreay
pin blade. You got to hit him with it again. I don't want you to pin blade again.
To the back of the head. Ospreay, 2, 3.
I wish I would have got the whole match because the match started off crazy, but y'all enjoy. I wasn't going to do this one. Then we're just waiting on one more. I might do Stadium Stampede.